But the court decided that this person's privacy right outweighs Google's interest in making any information available. It sounds like it's just about Google, but it's really actually very threatening to much of the internet. The internet is a place where you find information. Sometimes you go directly to a site, but very often the way you find information and the way you find the site that has that data is you search for it. So if someone can tell search engines or news aggregators or maybe bloggers, that information tells us about some individual, that individual doesn't want to be found, you need to take it down, the effects really could be dramatic. It breaks the internet. You can argue whether or not it's been good for journalism that, this stuff gets propagated. And it really intersects with this fundamental right to freedom of speech. Now, that right, which in the US is something we hold dear and is in our Constitution, is not as strong a right. It's an important principle in a lot of European countries, but it is not as central. And we routinely have had courts that make decisions that we'd consider limiting of speech. But this is, I think, a real doozy in that it really does limit the ability of many other people to know what could be essential information. So it's a real blow to transparency if legal public information can be obscured simply because somebody decides that it's information they'd rather not be available. Information used to decay, and you could outlive or avoid being accountable for things that appeared and that were public about you. And today, those are all there. And there's certainly a downside. The upside is we have access to all of the world's information at our fingertips. And it's impractical to put the genie back in the bottle and say, we'd like obscurity one by one.